So my name's Michael Watson. I'm 19 years old, and I'm serving part-time in the California National Guard as a CBRN specialist, and I'm also attending Delta as a part-time student. In February of 2020, I finally enlisted into the Army. However, around the time I was enlisting, that's when most of the national lockdowns regarding COVID started taking effect. So when I was supposed to leave for basic training in March of 2020, I got delayed until May 2020. I was then gone for 6 months. So for 3 of them, I was in basic training, which is um, regardless of your job in the Army, they're just going to teach you like the workarounds and like what life in the Army is going to be like for you and the traditions and whatnot. And then fast forward to August of 2020, I progressed into my job training, which I specialized in. Um, so once I finished my job training in October of 2020, I started going to my monthly drills, disaster relief, that type of stuff. Um, when I came back from job training in October of 2020, um, it was like a completely different world than when I had left originally. Because, like I said, when I had originally left, it was more so when the lockdowns like were barely taking effect, but life was still relatively the same as it had been before. So upon returning, I found out that school's only online, and there was just a whole lot of issues going on. Um, at the end of December of 2020, I got a job at Target, and I was still a full-time student at the time. And then going into January 2021, um, I'm only taking 3 classes at the moment, and I had originally volunteered for the COVID relief mission, which I'm currently on. So when I first came onto the mission in mid-January of 2021, it was we've been working out of the convention center here in Long Beach. When we first came on, it was just the health department and some other local agencies helping them run things over in the convention center parking lot and parking garage. It was so we found out quickly that wasn't sustainable. Uh, Once they called in the guard, we came on, and then we like just analyzed how they were doing things, got a feel for it, and then within the next couple days, we opened up an additional floor and started testing out a couple different techniques, seeing like how we can increase the amount of patients we could vaccinate daily. So, like on an average day when I first came on, so my first like month or two here being on the COVID mission, I'd say like average was about 2-3 thousand, with like one of the days usually maxing out about like 5,000 people daily. Um, Fast forward to now, where we recently opened up the state, we began to be expecting numbers of like 6,000, 7,000, just seeing an increase since now just about everybody's eligible to receive the vaccine. And so us non-medical personnel, so the only ones that are administering the vaccine military-wise are just like medics, and non-medical personnel such as myself and others, regardless of their job title. We just help prep the needles for the medics so they could draw the vaccine. They don't have to worry about anything like that. Or we'll help direct traffic and just make sure nobody's like causing any harm or anything like that by accidentally like going into the wrong lane. Um, then also we also take care of their appointment paperwork. So they'll show us like a QR code, or they'll just show us like some form of like proof where they live, or like insurance, something that affect. Then we just look them up in the system. We just confirm it's them, or we file out an appointment form. Just because you don't need to have an appointment to receive the vaccine now. So we're making sure that everybody is eligible to receive one and make sure we can get to them in a timely fashion. Once I get back, I plan on continuing my education. I already signed up for summer classes at Delta, and also just wanting to stay like back in my hometown a little and just get a little bit of readjusted to life and back to my civilian job as well.